Some of the best games can't be found on discs. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 Xbox Live arcade games. For this list, we're focused on games that were either first released on Xbox Live or alongside a port released on PSN or Steam. We excluded direct graphical remakes and remasters, as those are on a list for another day. We're also excluding games released in episodic content, because combined, they can be considered full retail games. Number 10, Geometry Wars Retro Evolved 2. Blasting off our list is the addictive dual-stick shooter sequel of an already impressive original that's sure to keep your thumbs busy for hours. In each of the game's 6 modes, you control a small ship. Your goal is to rack up as many points as possible by destroying enemy shapes, or ships, while surviving in the classic video game fashion of not letting anything touch you. The multiplayer options give Retro 2 Evolved nice replay value, plus colorful visuals and catchy music don't hurt either. Number 9, Bastion.
Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky.
This action RPG will make you wish you had a gruff-sounding narrator in your head all day too.
Ground forms up under his feet as it point the way. He don't stop to wonder why.
You play as the kid, a white-haired boy who awakens one day to find that his world has quite literally come apart. As you progress, you attempt to reconstruct what once was, in between bashing enemies with your comically large hammer. The gorgeous 2D animation and haunting soundtrack help to make the game a mesmerizing experience.
An old ferry barge sends the kid on his way. The Bastion's real close now.
Number 8, Pac-Man Championship Edition DX. Next up is the flawless update of a classic arcade game. Like the original, you control Pac-Man as he collects dots and avoids ghosts. However, Championship Edition also includes some welcome additions, like Time Attack and Challenge Mode, the latter of which involves dozens of ghosts on screen at once. That's when the power pellets really come in handy. Number 7, Super Meat Boy. This indie platformer is notorious for being one of the hardest games in recent years, but its difficulty doesn't take away from the fun. You control Meat, a small cube of blood and tissue who wants to save his beloved bandage girl from the evil Dr. Fetus. The levels are short, but there's more than 300 of them, so you won't get bored too quickly. And even if the controls are airtight, dying happens so frequently that completing a level results in a replay that shows you just how many times you failed. Number 6, Fez. If you thought that 2D and 3D couldn't be combined, think again. In this colorful puzzle platformer, you control Gomez, a Fez-wearing character who lives a quiet life until a giant shape tears the dimensional fabric and gives his world a new look. You jump around the levels in hopes of acquiring shards to form golden cubes. But you'll have to use your head, because you have to shift the perspective and change your environment to succeed. Number 5, Mark of the Ninja. If you ever wanted to be a ninja, this game is right up your alley. You sneak around different environments trying to avoid being seen by guards before you silently assassinate them. When you're successful, you'll get rewarded with a close-up of your kill. The unique 2D animation gives Ninja bucket loads of style. Number 4, Shadow Complex. Remember the early Metroidvania games? This game takes large swaths of inspiration from that genre and updates it with a modern look and setting. You play as Jason, a spelunker who winds up on the bad side of an organization known as the Restoration. As you get deeper into the game, the weapons get bigger to match the increasing difficulty of your enemies. Number 3, Limbo. A chilling 2D horror game with a simple art style, Limbo is nothing short of nightmarish. You play as a boy in search of his missing sister in a puzzle platformer that melds its style with its substance almost seamlessly. Many of the puzzles rely on you deciphering the strange silhouettes that populate the world. Tread lightly, as most of them turn out to be deadly. It's pretty short, but the game's design will stick with you for a long time. Number 2, Castle Crashers. We all love a good brawler, and this game fits the bill perfectly. It combines side-scrolling gameplay with beat-em-up craziness for a unique experience, as the RPG elements give it surprising depth. The clever character design and witty humor keep it consistently entertaining, while the 4-player co-op makes for hours of silly fun. Before we get to the number 1 spot, here are a few honorable mentions. Number 1, Braid. We've talked about a lot of great games, but what else could really take the number 1 spot? This puzzle platformer is considered by many to be one of the best arguments for video games as art. With its canvas-style artwork and its now legendary time control mechanic that changes in each world, you'd be hard-pressed to find a more simple yet complex experience than this artistic masterpiece. Do you agree with our list? What's your favorite Xbox Live Arcade game? For more top 10s published daily, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.